If you're trying to get into nonfiction, I'm going to tell you about a book, but I have to make my bed, so we're going to do it all once. I think the cool part about nonfiction is that there is literally books about everything. Sometimes nonfiction is just memoirs and finding people that have the same kind of experience as you. So today I'm going to talk about Down Came the Rain by Brooke Shields. I don't know who Brooke Shields is because you live under a rock, I guess. She's an actress and a model. I actually know her from Blue Lagoon. People are going to be like, what is that? This movie where like two teenagers get lost on, like stuck on this like island, and they're like 13 years old maybe. She ends up having a baby, and then they like step on like a poisonous urchin. It's weird. And she was like 14 years old and naked in this movie. Like, not a great movie. Down Came the Rain is about her postpartum experience. I'm gonna sit for this one. Brooke Shields had postpartum depression, and I also had severe postpartum depression. And so when I was in the midst of being sad every hour of every day, and I literally couldn't see forest from the trees, like I felt like everything was like soul crushing. The moment when you have postpartum depression, it feels like you're never going to get out of it. My sister-in-law read this book because she also dealt with postpartum issues, and she sent it to me and she said, I think that it's nice to read it from somebody else's perspective. Brooke Shields, never met her, obviously, she's famous. Probably never will. If I ever did, I would tell her she is one of the reasons that I felt better postpartum. I had postpartum depression until I want to say he was like 14 months maybe. Seeing your struggles in another person makes you feel less alone and makes you feel less crazy, because there's a lot of people out there who have given birth to children and then felt like they completely lost who they were. And I am not alone in that feeling, like whatsoever. Brooke Shields, in this book, she talks about her own feelings about postpartum depression and being somebody that is super rich. Like, she's really like, yeah, I had to fly between New York and LA, and I was just on the plane crying. I didn't care if I got off the plane to see my daughter. I didn't care if I woke up that day. She like hired a person to come live with her. Become a mom, your entire identity shifts and changes. Reading it from somebody who feels like they should know or should feel like they have the entire world in their hands, because that's how I think all rich people, especially Hollywood rich people, should feel. Seeing that it wasn't just me, and in that moment, like, I felt very isolated, because motherhood is very isolating, especially in the first few months. I think that her book was really raw and genuine and open. It made me know that it gets better. If you're somebody that hasn't gone through postpartum depression, I think I would probably read it anyways, to be honest with you. I think that it will help you with your friends who might have gone through it and you didn't notice the signs, or if you have friends that are getting ready to have babies, to know what the signs are so you can help them before it gets too bad. Happy reading.